Hey, you guys, how are y'all doing today? Happy Friday. I hope y'all are doing well. I am actually just having me some soup. Cute little mug my sister gave me for Christmas. Isn't that adorable? The spoon says sip it. cute little soup cup, and drinking me some tea. I hope y'all are doing well today. I've just been working. I'm working in the kitchen, y'all, and I'm so excited to be working from the kitchen. And actually, you know what? I better see if y'all can hear me because I don't have a mic in, and sometimes this doesn't work without a mic. My computer doesn't work without a mic for some reason. So y'all bear with me because I gotta see if this is working. Oh shoot. I'm not seeing anyone on. I may have to come back and then come back on, you guys, because I don't want to talk, but I forgot. Wait, hold on. I might be able to find out. I forgot I had gotten logged out of everything yesterday. And so, hold on. I'd be able to find out. Oh, it's working. Yeah. I forgot I had gotten working with no mic. Sweet. Anyway, I'm so excited because I've been able to work from the kitchen, and our last kitchen was so tiny. Like I could cook, do dishes in there, and that's about it. So, so I've been working in the kitchen all day just to, get some scenery. I don't have a lot of work to do, just have a little bit of client work, but I mostly did some writing, got some writing in, things like that. So put together a couple of recipes that will be going up on my new blog. I am relaunching my blog. So I don't have a launch date yet, but we're looking into even possibly having a relaunch party for that, or a launch party, because it's going to be a whole new blog. So anyway, super excited. So let me know you're here. Say hello. I'm going to dive in to our Embraced Lisa TerKeurst study. I know, y'all, we've been trying to get through this, but we are almost done. And we're going to miss this study when we're finally done with it, right? We're going to be like, oh, we kind of miss good old Lisa. I don't know what we're going to do next yet. I've been looking into a couple of new ones, but we'll see. I'll keep y'all posted. Okay, so I had the perfect comeback. Only let us live up to what we have already attained. Philippians 3:16. Do you sometimes feel like you want to put your Christianity on a shelf and be as mean to someone as they were being to you? Maybe not, because you're nice, and most of the time I am too, but recently I had a moment where the mean girl inside of me wanted to be heard. I was on a plane with two of my friends. We were talking in normal conversational tones when suddenly the couple in the next row came unglued. The man turned around and said, "Can you guys just quiet down already?" It wasn't a gentle suggestion. It was a hard command. A little stunned, we simply replied, "Sure." Before I could finish my sentence, his wife whipped her head around and snapped, "Your constant talking has given me a migraine, so just hush, okay?" My heart raced. My face turned red, and I thought the perfect comeback to say, I won't tell you what I wanted to say, but I can assure you it didn't involve being kind or gentle. This is the exact point where I had to make a choice of whom I wanted to partner with in this situation, God or Satan. If I'd chosen the route of anger, a harsh comeback, and retaliation, I would have basically stepped into Satan's camp and caused conflict, escalation. If, however, I'd chosen the route of gentleness and grace, I would be partnering with God and would continue to make progress with my raw emotions. Like Philippians 3:16 reminds me, only let us live up to what we have already attained. On my journey of improving my reactions, I've already attained more gentleness, more grace, more peace. Why would I want to trade all that for a few minutes of retaliating words? Words that will only leave me with a big old pile of regret. Now, I can't promise I've progressed to the point where my initial thoughts about this couple were nice. They weren't. But I chose to consider the reality that people who are that on edge must have a lot of stored up misery. Their reaction probably had a lot less to do with me and a lot more to do with another situation in their lives. My job wasn't to fix them or set them straight or prove how wrong they were acting. My job in that moment was to keep everything in perspective and simply give a gentle answer that could turn away their wrath. While it felt hugely offensive when it was happening, it wasn't huge. This wasn't some sort of major injustice in my life. This was just a minor inconvenience. Why would I want to trade the peace of partnering with God for a few cheap moments of putting someone else in their place? That's a good question, right? It's all about perspective because, in all honesty, if this was the worst thing that happened to me that day, it was still a pretty good day. Dear Lord, you are so good and faithful. Thank you for helping me keep things in perspective so I can work on having better reactions that honor you in Jesus' name. Amen. Such a good devotional, as they always are from her. And I think it's important. Like, I'm already seeing, this whole like political stuff. I'm already seeing it. We're early into 2024, so it's definitely going to be coming up, right? Absolutely. And I'm already seeing like little fights happening and, people just getting in an uproar. And I think we really need to keep that into perspective. We really need to understand that. Number one, like, I don't know, people are allowed to have their opinions. I mean, we live in America, right? Like, why has that gone away where, we can voice our opinions and thoughts without being attacked? And number two, like she was talking about in the devotional, to not lose your peace or your own joy because when you fire back, like you get this weird adrenaline rush. I've heard so many people like talk about this, how they almost do it for the adrenaline rush. But when it's all said and done, there's this unrest and uneasiness and a little bit of anxiety that starts to like take place. So then you're losing your peace. You're sacrificing your own peace, your own joy. It starts to stick, it'll stick with you for the rest of the day because people are going to fire back. If you're firing back, more than likely somebody's going to fire back. And so it's just going to cause this like crazy chain of events and it's going to disrupt your peace. And so I love that she talked about that too. Why trade that in? Why sacrifice your own peace for just to, make your point be heard? And we're living in this world right now that tells us you have to be heard. You have to let your voice be heard. And I mean, to an extent, yeah. I mean, I'm thankful I have this little platform of mine to spread the word of Jesus. But the thing is if somebody doesn't want to hear about Jesus, they don't have to be here. And so I'm not going to like go and like on other people's pages and like insert and force my opinion on them. And I feel like we're just living in this world where we're like forcing people to hear us. We're forcing people to listen to us. And at the end of the day, like that's not loving. We can't do that. Yes, use your voice. I'm using my voice right now on this platform. But most of y'all are here because you've chosen to be here. Now, maybe you scrolled and it popped up, but you still get to choose to like walk away, So I don't know. It's just, we're in that year, that political year, that we need to be careful. And then also, I actually shared this on my Facebook page yesterday, I think, or the day before. And I don't have my phone on me. Let me see if my tablets. Oh, you know what? I have my Facebook open here because I can't remember exactly what it said, and I don't want to miss. Hey, Stephanie, I don't want to misquote this person. Let me see if I can find it here. But it was really good, and it really resonated with me. So Lisa Turkers, not Lisa Turkers, Lisa Whittle. I'm sorry about that. Lisa Whittle is one of my good friends. If you haven't read one of her books or you don't know who she is, like, go pick up one of her books. She's amazing. Like, I actually was on her book team for not the current book that she's marketing, because she's about to release a new book, but, well, kind of newish, but another book, God Knows. And I helped with getting that launch book out. I helped lead that team, and it was such an amazing experience because Lisa is amazing, y'all. She is who she says she is. Like, she's awesome. So anyway, she had posted this, and I shared it to my page. You know the truth, and God knows the truth. Don't lose your peace by trying to prove your point. I'm going to read that again. You know the truth, and God knows the truth. Don't lose your peace by trying to prove your point. And then, so that was the graphic she wrote. And then along with the graphic and her caption, she wrote, turns out being misunderstood isn't the worst thing that can happen. Losing your peace, trying to constantly explain yourself so people won't misunderstand you, is worse. Let it go. It's okay. It just you and God know. And that really, really resonated with me. I'm trying to figure out how much to share here. My husband and I have had recently, I guess, I mean, it was back in the summer, a misunderstanding with some people of things that were supposedly said, that were not said in the way that a third party had said it was. Like, there was a conversation that happened, but anyway, it really got ugly and blown up. And I'm getting vulnerable here because I've never ever shared this like publicly. Only like a couple of really good friends know what I'm talking about. And I'm still not going to get into any details, but it's still a matter that's not been resolved. And when I read that, that really hit home for me, and it made me like release a lot. It made me like say, you know what? I can let this go. I can breathe. And, we've already explained ourselves, and that's all we can do is we can speak the truth. We can speak our hearts, and let it go. We get to let it go because we serve a God who knows. We serve a God who knows all. He knows all of our hearts that were involved. And he knows the truth of the matter and what really happened and what things were said, what was not said, the intent and the heart behind what was said and done. And that's all we can do is just, we have to be like, you know what? I'm okay with that. I'm okay with being misunderstood. I'm okay with not being heard, not forcing my voice to be heard. I'm okay with somebody not wanting to hear the truth and hear me out. I'm okay with somebody even choosing to continue to be angry and unforgiving and not understanding. Like they're because we all get a choice. We get to sit and how we perceive something. That's a choice that we get to do. And I'm saying get because so many times we blame our behavior, we blame things that we say or do, we blame being even, like unforgiving or being um, angry at the world, whatever it is, we blame that on everybody else, but we don't take responsibility for what we get to do. And so, everybody in every decision and every situation that you find yourself in, everybody gets to take responsibility for their own actions. Everybody gets to sit in the situation and choose what they're going to do and choose how they're going to move forward. And so when I read that from Lisa Whittle, oh my gosh, it was like there was something in me that just released. And I was like, this is so true. I get to lose my peace and joy if that I choose, but I don't choose that. I get to take a deep breath now and say what's done is done. And I know the truth and God knows the truth. And I get to now move forward and walk away in peace and love and gratitude and just knowing that God is for me. He is always going to be for me. A million people can be against me, but God is for me. And so whatever you're going through, friend, whatever you feel like you're being misunderstood in, whatever you're feeling like you want to snap back, like this devotional said, I had a great comeback. And I've had those moments too during this situation. I've wanted to like snap back. I've wanted to confront. I've wanted to force my voice in their ear. But I've had to like sit back and say, I'm not going to lose my peace over this. I'm not going to say something that I regret later. I get to stand over here and walk away in peace and goodness and gentleness because that's the God I serve. I serve a good God, a peaceful God, a joyful God, and I get to live out his characteristics because he made us in his image, right? So I hope that blesses somebody today. If you're carrying something, if you are trying to force somebody to hear you out, if you're trying to not be misunderstood, know that you're going to be misunderstood. It's just a part of life. There's haters out there. There's not even just haters, but just people who like to cause turmoil. They just like it. Even adults, like I'm actually finding it more in adulthood than growing up as a kid or a teenager. Like, that it's just out there. It's a spiritual war. And so if you're going through that, take a deep breath and say, God, this is yours. Because I'm your child, I get to walk away and be misunderstood by them because you know me, you know my heart, and that's all I need in my corner is you. So do that. No more stress. If it's keeping you up at night, no more staying up at night thinking about these things. Move forward with love and gratitude. Be thankful for that person. Say, I love them. I release them in love. I bless and release them. And then I get to walk away and be with my Jesus and carry out his characteristics. So I love you guys. Feel free to let me know if you're going to do that. If after this is said and done, you go and do that, and then tomorrow you feel a load off of your back, let me know. I want to know because I want to pray for you and I want to rejoice with you because that is a huge deal whenever you're able to just, wow, I needed that release. I don't feel stressed anymore. This doesn't bother me anymore. I get to just go and live life now and be happy. So I love you guys. Have a good weekend.